Meet Maya. She's trying to figure out how much space is inside the wooden storage box she just built for her school project. She keeps asking, how do I know how much stuff will fit? That question has a math answer, and it's called volume. Today, we're going to unlock the secret formula for finding the volume of rectangular prisms. And trust me, once you see it, you'll want to measure every box in your house.
So, what exactly is volume? Volume is the amount of three-dimensional space inside a shape. We measure it in cubic units, like cubic inches or cubic feet. Here's the best way to picture it. Imagine filling a box with tiny little sugar cubes, stacking them in rows and layers. The total number of cubes that fit inside, that is the volume. And a rectangular prism is just a fancy name for a box shape, like a shoebox, a cereal box, or Maya's wooden project box. 3 pairs of rectangular faces, all right angles. You've seen these your whole life.
Here it is, the formula that makes everything click. Volume equals length times width times height. We write it as V equals L times W times H. You might also see it written as V equals B times H, where B stands for the base area. That's just length times width already multiplied together. All 3 versions mean the same thing. Maya wrote this formula in big letters on her notebook and circled it 3 times. Smart move, Maya. This one formula solves everything we'll do today. Let's make sure it sticks in your brain too.
Let's talk about each dimension. The length is the longest side of the base. Think of it as how far the box stretches left to right. The width is the shorter side of the base, front to back. And the height is how tall the box stands up. Here's a super important rule. All 3 measurements must be in the same units before you multiply. You can't mix inches and feet. Pick one and stick with it. Maya almost made that mistake until she double-checked her ruler. Good catch, Maya. Before we dive into examples, let's lock in our 4-step process. Step 1, identify the length, width, and height from the problem or diagram. Step 2, write out the formula. V equals L times W times H. Step 3, substitute, meaning plug in the actual numbers. Step 4, multiply everything together, and don't forget to label your answer with cubic units. That little exponent 3 on your units is what tells everyone this is a 3-dimensional measurement. Ready? Let's watch Maya put this into action. Here's Maya's storage box. It measures 5 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 3 inches tall. Let's use our formula. Step 1, length is 5, width is 4, height is 3. Step 2, V equals L times W times H. Step 3, substitute. V equals 5 times 4 times 3. Now we multiply left to right. 5 times 4 is 20. Then 20 times 3 is 60. So V equals 60 cubic inches. Maya's box can hold 60 cubic inches of space. She can imagine 60 little 1-inch sugar cubes packed perfectly inside. That's volume in action. Now let's try a bigger one, a cereal box. It's 8 inches long, 3 inches wide, and 12 inches tall. Step 1, L equals 8, W equals 3, H equals 12. Step 2, write the formula. V equals L times W times H. Step 3, substitute. V equals 8 times 3 times 12. Multiply left to right. 8 times 3 is 24. Then 24 times 12. Let's break that down. 24 times 10 is 240. And 24 times 2 is 48. Add them together. 240 plus 48 is 288. So V equals 288 cubic inches. That's a lot of cereal.
Maya's little brother wants to know the volume of his fish tank. It's 24 inches long, 12 inches wide, and 16 inches tall. Let's solve it. V equals 24 times 12 times 16. First, 24 times 12. 24 times 10 is 240, and 24 times 2 is 48. So 240 plus 48 gives us 288. Now, 288 times 16. 288 times 10 is 2,880, and 288 times 6 is 1,728. Adding those,
2,880 plus 1,728 equals 4,608. So the fish tank has a volume of 4,608 cubic inches. Maya's brother was impressed, and so should you be. Great news! The formula never changes, even when the numbers get trickier. If your dimensions include decimals, like a shelf that's 2.5 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet tall, you still just multiply straight through. 2.5 times 4 is 10, and 10 times 3 is 30, so the volume is 30 cubic feet. With fractions, same idea. Multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Maya's friend got confused here at first, but once she saw that the formula stays the same, it all clicked. The formula is your best friend. Trust it. Let's tackle a word problem, the kind Maya sees on her test. A moving truck's cargo space is 10 feet long, 6 feet wide, and 4 feet tall. What is the volume? Step 1. Identify L equals 10, W equals 6, H equals 4. Step 2. Write V equals L times W times H. Step 3. Substitute. V equals 10 times 6 times 4. Multiply left to right. 10 times 6 is 60. Then 60 times 4 is 240. The volume of the cargo space is 240 cubic feet. Maya's family could use this to figure out if all their furniture will fit. Now that is math in the real world. Here's a twist Maya found on her homework. What if you know the volume but need to find a missing side? The volume of a box is 180 cubic centimeters. The length is 6 centimeters and the width is 5 centimeters. What is the height? We still use our formula. 180 equals 6 times 5 times h. First, multiply what we know. 6 times 5 is 30. Now our equation says 180 equals 30 times h. To find h, we divide. 180 divided by 30 is 6. So the height is 6 centimeters. Maya pumped her fist when she got this one right. You can too. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the mistakes Maya and her classmates made on their first try, so you don't have to. Mistake number 1, forgetting to cube your units. The answer isn't just 60, it's 60 cubic inches. Mistake number 2, mixing units. If length is in feet and height is in inches, convert first. Mistake number 3, accidentally skipping a dimension and only multiplying 2 numbers instead of 3. And mistake 4, rushing the multiplication. Take your time, especially with bigger numbers. Avoid these 4 traps and you'll ace every volume problem. Remember when Maya stared at her empty wooden box and had no idea how to measure what was inside? Now she can find the volume of any rectangular prism in seconds, and so can you. Here's your power summary. Volume equals length times width times height. Always use matching units and label your answer with cubic units. Work step by step. Identify, write the formula, substitute, then multiply. And if a side is missing, use division to find it. From confused to confident, that's the volume journey. You've got this. Now go.